Ah. Okay. Okay.
Miss Marley talks. Let me see if I can hear you on my headphones.
Hi, Destiny. Are you able to hear?
Say that again.
I asked you if you're able to hear me.
Again.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear? Wait. Say one more word. Let me see if I can hear you again.
Hi.
I'm talking to the hi everybody on YouTube. We are traveling today to Belize. And so welcome everyone. And today is gonna be so everybody we're gonna like I mentioned, we're gonna be moving expeditiously as we have our college and career day today. And so join.
I will be joining.
You'll be joining in. Yay. Wonderful. It's going to be great. So we're going to get started. And Miss Marlene, I'm going to have you take it away with our info.
All
And
right.
let me give you back those controls.
So Belize has a flag that consists of red and blue, and it represents unity of the people. The 50 olive leaves that are on the border of their coat of arms, which is the white area right here, the coat of arms right here, and it represents the year of 1950 when Belize began its quest for independence. And the mahogany tree in the coat of arms represents the country's economic foundation. And right here, you can see where Belize is located, which isn't that far from Mexico, where we visited last time. The population consists of 408,500 people. It consists of mestizo, which is 48.2%, Creole, which is 25.7%, Mayan Indian, which is 10.6%, Garifuna, which is 5.5%, and other is 10%. Their official language is, in fact, English. Some interesting facts about it is in Belize, the Queen's official title is Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen of Belize and of her other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth. Another interesting fact is that within the country's borders, there's over 900 Mayan temples.
Wow.
Some more facts is Belize has a rare species of howler monkeys. It is one of the top 10 loudest animals in the world. Its howl can travel 3 miles through the dense forest. Another interesting animal that Belize has is the tapir or mountain cow. It is the largest land mammal of the American tropics. In spite of its local name, the tapir is not a cow. It is closely related instead to the horse, and it also is related to the rhinoceros.
Miss Marley, can you put your volume up, or that's the highest it can go?
Oh, was it too quiet? I Yeah, that's the loudest I could go. I guess it's my microphone. I think it's dying.
Okay, so we are going to start off with so we have our oxtails, or if you have chicken, or if you have um, whatever meat kind of source you're using, we are gonna get it going. We want to get our beans and our meat. We want to get that cooking first because those are the two things, and our potatoes. We want to get those things going because those are things that are going to take a longer time to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get our lovely instructions here.
So we just wait on the rice, right?
Right, the rice is not going to take a long time to cook.
Okay.
So let us put our beans. Actually, let's start off with our meat. Let's put our meat on to cook. So we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some sugar. It's gonna make it into a brown.
Password.
And then we're gonna add in our meat
What is the password?
so it
Oh,
can start cooking.
Miss, when I get home, can you tell me the first step?
Yeah, you have the step. It's on our calendar. It's on our calendar, so you can see it.
No, like, I mean, can you tell me?
Well, the thing is, the instructions are on the menu that I sent you. The menu that's on band when your mom gets all the ingredients. The menu is on there so you can look at it and follow all the instructions, okay? And then you're watching us right now too, so you'll be able to see how to do it.
I think she also posted on YouTube, so you can watch the recording. Are you posting this on YouTube?
I think it's only live on YouTube.
Well, you can screen record it, Destiny, so you can see the
Right, so are we getting our...
Oh, I can't because it's dead.
You want to put your fire on? And okay, let me get mine. So are you guys putting your oil? So
Miss, I didn't see that.
we're gonna put some brown sugar. I mean, not brown sugar, put some sugar because we're gonna brown it.
Miss Christelle,
Yes.
I did not see that you posted the food date.
You said put some sugar
Yes, put some sugar
in your in the what, the oxtails?
in the pot. So you let your oil go.
Oil.
And we're gonna put some sugar. So because we're gonna brown the sugar.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna create a browning.
But we doing white sugar, right?
Yes, you can use
Okay.
Okay, let me just join here with you all.
Miss Christelle, I put something in the chat if you can see it.
I don't see anything in the chat. Okay, so we can start adding the sugar. Can you guys see my visual okay? Okay. And put in so we're putting in our 4 tablespoons of sugar. And you're gonna kind of watch it because it's gonna brown. And it's gonna turn, you guys know this is how you make caramel, right? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me turn on the audio.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
You know this is how they make caramel, right?
Yeah. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
My eye.
Did you see what I put on the chat?
So you want to let it keep getting brown. Let's keep it brown. And you can add more sugar as needed because you want enough. And be careful. Make sure you don't have any water. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think this had some water, some liquid on it. So you see how that's turning brown there?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you
Oh,
want it
there
to
it
get
goes.
brown. I'm actually gonna add. Ooh, turn on my fire a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put in my oxtails. So you see how that's turning up? That's turning.
You're going to add your oxtails when they turn brown?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And so be very careful, okay? So make sure you're placing them in one at a time, because remember you have oil in here, so oil and water. So place them in. Don't drop them in or splash them in. And you could pour in all of that like marinade. And
then do what?
so pour in the marinade. So whatever marinade was in your container. And you can just turn this around in here. So this browning is gonna give it some color. So even if you're using chicken or turkey,
You're just kind of turning it over.
yeah. So I'm spinning it around with the browning. Oh yeah, that sugar did really good. So we're gonna put that there. So I'm getting feedback. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So after we put that in, we're gonna add onion, bell pepper. Actually, you're just gonna add your beef broth because your spices, you put all the onion powder and all that stuff on here, right?
Yeah, on the oxtails, yes.
Yes. Okay. So.
Oh, Destiny has said in chat she didn't see what you posted on Ben.
Say it one more time.
What did you say?
Destiny said in chat, she said, I did not see what you post today for cooking class. Oh, never mind.
It's on the calendar.
Miss, I don't see it.
Well, you know what? You're not gonna. It should be on the. It should be on the. It's on our band calendar. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to let the oxtails cook down for a little bit, just in their natural in this here, and you can turn your fire up.
You said turn the fire up?
We're gonna turn your fire up, and then we're gonna turn it back down afterwards so it can simmer down.
Okay.
And then we're gonna check on it to see what it needs as we go. All right, so we got oxtails on. When we come back to check it again, we'll add the beef broth, and we'll add like the like some bell pepper and the tomatoes. Okay, so now let's get our potatoes, let's get our beans on. Let's get our beans and our potatoes going. So for the beans, you should have soaked. Did you guys get to soak your beans? So they should look like this. And you can put them in water. So pour the 2 cups of water, 2.5. So you want to cover your beans here. And then we want to put these beans on the fire.
And then you want to put them on the side or put them on the fire. Okay.
What'd you say?
Nope, I was just listening.
Okay, gotcha. And you could put like a sprinkle if you have some salt, you can put a little bit of salt in your beans.
A little bit of salt in the bean.
So, you know, just like the little bit in the palm, like in the very palm of your hand.
Okay.
So not too, you know, I always say, you know, add salt to taste. So if you are sensitive to salt or just being mindful of salt, you don't even have to add the salt right now. You can add salt at the end. And then you could always add it, and then, you know, you can taste it and make sure it's where you want it to be. So beans are on. Let's cover that down.
So, I'm sorry, how much water do we put in the beans?
So like I would say start off with 2 cups, and look at how it covers your, you want it to cover your beans. And if it needs a little bit more, then add a little bit more. So if it needs the half, then add the half.
You can start in the meeting, I think, and he's not letting me in.
How did you learn it first?
At first, I was
How long do we cook it for?
What'd you say? How
long do we cook the beans for?
we're gonna cook it until they're tender.
Go out and try to go back in.
Okay.
They probably don't see you.
So the oxtails are actually kind of spraying their own liquid. So let that cook on down. Cook on down.
Are we putting anything in the oxtails?
We will, but right now we want to let it go for some more where it's cooking down. And so while that's doing that, so oxtails are on, your beans are on. We're gonna get your let's get the potatoes cooked. Let's get the potatoes on the fire. So we can peel our potatoes and put them in. We're gonna you can peel your potatoes. Peel your potatoes and chop them up and into coarse, because the thing is you want your potatoes to be tender, but not too, you don't want it to be too soft nor too hard. You want to have some smooth pieces in there, and you want to have some firm pieces in there as well, because it's not mashed potatoes. Huh?
Miss Smiley, I put something in the chat. Can you please see it?
I think I don't know how to access the Miss Christel. She wanted to know, how do you access the calendar?
Miss Crystal, can I share my screen and show you if it's correct? Because I don't know and I can't see.
Okay, I cannot have you share the screen right now, but what I can do is in the chat, I can put the where you can go to see the oh, you know what? You're asking for the calendar is on band. The band is on your mom's phone. So you want to see it there. I mean, I'm sorry, you want to see it because it's on your mom's phone or on her computer. But I can give you, so Destiny, don't worry about it. I'll send you the recipe to your mom. Actually, she has the recipe. But I can send it to her. Well,
Why can't you send it to me? Because her phone is smaller, my thing is bigger.
Because do you have a phone? Do you have a cell phone?
No.
Destiny, do you have a cell phone?
No.
Okay. So yeah, your mom ultimately she's gonna she has it. So don't worry about you not having the menu. She has it because she got she has all the
What
items.
is my mom's time?
Huh? All right, so you guys peeling your potatoes?
Let's go. Election of Joe Biden.
And you guys, you know, Alicia's from Belize, right?
My mom's from Belize. I'm actually from here, but yeah.
But technically, if your mom is from Belize, that means that's where, I mean, you're born here, but your family. So your mom's from Belize and your dad's from where?
My dad's from here, but my dad's dad, which is my grandfather on my dad's side, he's from Belize.
Okay, so you got Belize running through your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're born here, so you're American, but
Yeah.
you're you know where your family's from and your history is from Belize. So you are Belizean as far
Yeah.
as you know, like culture and your family tree and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
My mom told me I'm kind of like my grandma now because I'm always cooking. Because like my grandma, she just always like. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
she
a.
was, that's awesome.
Yeah. She used to always cook a
And
bunch of
you know one thing, I noticed, you guys, anytime like in most countries, food is such an important, I mean, I think everywhere, food is something that's universal that unites us. And so it doesn't matter where you're from, in every culture, food is critical to life, right? Sometimes we take that for granted, like, oh yeah, you know, I'll just grab something to eat. But depending on where you're from and how easy it is for you to get food, if you have a farm or if you're going to the grocery store, like I mean, we have the convenience of going to a grocery store, but in some other places, you know, they're growing the potatoes, they're planting beans and harvesting beans. So when they're eating, it's, you know, everybody's eating because everybody helped to do the work, to harvest the beans, to plant the beans, to pick the beans, to clean the beans. Where I'm from, we have we call them pigeon peas, but I remember growing up and we had to shell all the peas. When we picked them, we had to pick them. My dad, he would plant them, and we would all go help him pick them. So you should have peeled potatoes. Check on your. So you guys, let's add in that beef. Let's add in the beef broth right now for your oxtails.
I agree about the food comment because when I went to Belize, to my uncle's wedding, because he lives in
Yeah.
Belize. I I saw like some like a bag of chips, like a $3 bag of chips, like the big ones. Like here it'll probably be like $3, but there's like $7. Like stuff is really expensive there too.
Yeah. Yeah. The exchange. when you go to lots of other places as well, the exchange is different. You know, where I'm from, $1 is $2.75 in you say EC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So go ahead, ask your question.
Oh no, I was saying when I actually have some, maybe after class I'll show you, but in Belize, like $1 is like 50 cents there, like an American dollar, and they actually take American currency, well, the United States currency.
Yeah.
They take it, like if you go to like a store, they take the currency.
Most places take American currency, because the exchange, the value is high. So, but then just like you said, certain things cost more in certain places. So you may get like, you know, if you go to another country and maybe it's $1 is valued at 20 of their dollars. That means their bread. So if it costs $1 here for bread, that means their bread may be like $40.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. $40 to buy some bread. But if that's the currency and the exchange, then yeah. If you go to some places like Kenya, the exchange is like, it's like 200 Kenyan dollars to $1 American dollar. So certain things that they have there, it costs more. Chop up your potatoes. It costs more, but the exchange, the value of it, can be about the same, just depending on what the item is. Are you guys coming? Coming okay?
Yeah, I just added in the broth. There was a lot of things.
So like how we added this broth, we're gonna let it cook. Want it to cook back down. So Alicia, tell us a little bit about like growing up in a Belizean household. Like how is it growing up with family from Belize?
Well, my mom, she came here when she was 8, so it was kind of like an American household. But on the holidays, when I used to go to my grandma and on my mom's side, we used to have drum roll, bala bun. We used to also have like tamale.
Yeah.
And she also made dukunu. Dukunu is basically like a tamale, but you put like a chicken leg in it, and she made rice and beans with plantain, stewed chicken, yeah, and potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom used to tell me when she was younger, all her friends always came with her when she went home because my grandma was cooking. She also used to make they say caramel cake, I think that's it. Say caramel cake. Like I don't know how to do the accent. I remember I tried to do the accent and everybody basically laughed at me.
Oh.
Yeah. I got a whole family like, well, what is that? Yeah, but I can't do like a Belizean accent. My mom, every time she's here, she always like just speaks like norm like American or United States accent, you know. But whenever she's talking to like her siblings that live in Belize, or whenever she was talking to my grandma, she always talks in that accent.
In her accent.
Miss Christelle, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I just got a phone call. So we're now putting the potatoes on.
Yes. So
eggs.
Put your eggs in to boil with the potatoes.
Right. And then you pour the beef
The beef broth.
The beef broth and the oxtail.
Yes, we did.
Okay. And I have chicken broth for my chicken. I'm actually doing both meats. So.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah, my mom wants the oxtail. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna do for her the. Yeah, she's always come home on Fridays and she says, "What did you cook?"
I know, she's like, "Where did you travel to today?"
Yeah, so I'm like, so I told her we're gonna go to Belize and we're gonna make oxtails and potato salad. And she's like, "Oh, okay."
Nice. I know. Before you know, they're gonna want you to open up a restaurant, Miss Thomas.
Well, that was what her dream was.
Yeah.
She wanted to do that, but she's gotten too old.
Yeah.
So she can't do it anymore because my mother's 71.
Wow.
So she's not able to open up a restaurant right now.
Are we gonna boil the eggs with the potatoes?
Yes. So put them put them in with the potatoes. So I just kind of put mine to a corner. I'll show you.
What?
Put your I don't know if you guys could see that.
The eggs,
The eggs, and put it in there with the potatoes.
Okay.
So they're gonna cook together. The eggs are gonna finish before the potatoes. So you wanna you're gonna check on them as we go.
You know, also if my mom if we forget like how to make a Belizean restaurant, if we forget how to make a Belizean delicacy, my mom, she will go to this channel. It's called the Bear Pantry Show. It basically like shows a bunch of Belizean dishes.
You said she makes a Belizean delicacy?
No, like let's say my mom and I we forget like the recipe. We will go to this YouTube channel, and it's called the Bear Pantry Show, and she basically shows how to make a bunch of Belizean food.
Ooh. I know. I was watching. I was with some family, and we were watching how to make jollof rice from Nigeria the other day.
What is that?
So it's it's rice, but it's like a tomato base, but they used it's a tomato base, but they use the fresh tomatoes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So it's like all these steps, and they cook down the tomatoes first, and then they put it with their rice, and so it's like it's almost like the rice has this like really great deep taste because that sauce had been cooking before, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got potatoes on, we've got that cooking, we've got beans cooking. So let's
are you doing the plantanos now? Plantain?
No, we're not just yet. Hold on. We gotta cut up our bell peppers and our tomatoes to put into the oxtail.
the bell peppers and tomatoes to put in the oxtails?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the celery, do we do anything with that yet?
The celery is what we're putting into the potato salad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So after we put that in, then we can start preparing prepping our potatoes. Our plantain. And you want to wash your rice, because we're checking on the beans. We're checking on the beans. And the beans we're going to cook with the rice.
Oh, the beans we're going to cook with the rice. Okay.
Yeah. So the beans, well, they have to finish cooking a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we'll add them with the rice, with the coconut milk. All right. So let's cut up our tomatoes and some bell pepper. And leave some bell pepper because you're going to put some in your salad. Did you guys get your habanero pepper?
Yes, ma'am.
How about I went and I totally forgot the habanero pepper. I said no.
Oh no. Well, the habanero pepper was $2.99 a pound.
Really, for the habanero?
Yes.
Whoa.
It was $2.99 a pound.
Wow.
I don't even think I looked at the receipt to see what I paid for one.
Wow.
What's the habanero pepper for?
We got the bell pepper because we're going to put it in our oxtail, and you're going to leave some to put in your salad.
No, I mean the habanero pepper.
Oh, the habanero pepper is going to go into your rice.
Rice?
Yeah. It's going to give it some flavor over there.
Really? The habanero pepper going to go in the rice?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do a double check. I know you would think it would go. You can put some. See, my thing is, it's wherever you want. So it's gonna give the rice that flavor. And remember, the habanero, we're not gonna let it. You want to make sure it doesn't burst.
Right.
It's just gonna give that flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, this habanero is one of the hottest peppers, right?
Mm-hmm. Miss Marlene, do you ever try any of the recipes?
No, I haven't.
Ah, you gotta try them, Miss Marlene.
All right. I mean, the one Destiny taught last week, I tried. I've eaten those when I was younger, so I know what those taste like.
Those sopis was jamming, honey.
Yes,
we had them for 2 days. We did. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. They were so good.
Yes, they were.
And then I still had meat left over. And I made some egg rolls. And I had some meat left over, and I was like, I wonder what this meat will taste like in some egg rolls. So I put the meat in the egg rolls.
Nice.
And those were so good. It was still good. I said, oh, this is delicious. So it was good because my family never heard of sopis.
So that's
my mom and D2. D2 was like, what's that? Like it's made out of the same thing they make tortilla shells.
Exactly. And that was the thing that I love the most, because you guys, when you go and get tortillas from like the store, when you go to a Mexican restaurant and they put tortillas next to your thing, especially if it's a restaurant that makes them homemade, All right, make sure your tomatoes and bell peppers are cut up.
Yep.
You're getting
And then we
what
pour
we
them
made
in
with the soul paste.
put them in the oxtails.
Put them in the oxtail. What we made with the soul paste was the tortilla. We made fresh. What we made was fresh tortillas. But the soul paste is just, you know, just like another way of doing them, of the shape. Okay, so
Ooh, my stuff is
we want those
boiling.
oxtails to really cook down. They're gonna probably need some more liquid. Depending on how thick your oxtails are, like when you got them from the store, you know, can determine like how much broth you add. So
Well,
you
I
can.
did 2 cans of chicken broth in.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, we got pots all going. All right, so what we can do next is start peeling off our. Let's chop our celery. And the thing is, chop our celery and chop some of the.
You said check what?
You're going to chop your celery.
Okay.
Actually, before we chop the celery, let's wash our rice.
Wash the rice.
Let's start getting our rice ready for when these beans are cooked, and you can check them, taste them, because remember you soaked them, right? So it's still a little hard. I want those to still cook a little more. And the thing is, you guys, depending on when you crack open your pot a little bit, it lets the steam come out, and it can, you know, really cook down, and you let that steam cook out. So versus if you want everything, so actually I'm gonna cover it. If you cover it and seal it down, then you're gonna that heat is gonna stay in, and so it can really cook. Okay. If you want the water to start drying out, then you crack it open a little bit so that steam can come out and the water can dry out as it's cooking. Like okay. For our oxtails, we want that to cook down. So that's why we have all the lids closed. For the beans, because my pot, I'm using a smaller pot, and I noticed that some of the water was splashing over. So that's why I kind of cracked the lid so that some of the water can kind of steam out a little bit. But now I'm going to close back my lid.
Okay.
So you guys will learn some tips, some tricks and tips of the trade when you cook.
Got it. Great tip. When do we add the thyme? Did I miss that somewhere?
Let me say if you missed something.
Oh, D2 has my phone. Miss Christelle.
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait till she come back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, when do we add the time?
The time already was to go in with your oxtail.
Oh, when we
So you're
seasoned it, so we don't need it anymore.
exactly
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So that was a part of all your seasonings.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So wash your rice so that rice could be ready for when it's time to add it with the beans. And
Oh, I forgot I have the chopper.
after you wash your rice, you can chop your celery and chop it fine. Because in your potato salad, you don't want to have a big bite of celery. You want to have tiny little pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the chopper.
You want to have tiny little pieces that you can kind of just crunch on, but not like, you don't want it to be a big hunk of anything.
Woo!
You okay?
Yeah, I've been chopping my cayenne peppers. I dried them out and I've been chopping them in the chopper. So I had to take them out the chopper and now they woo. They're all over the place.
I know that.
I had to get them out.
Probably all of the
grass from the cats, huh?
You know how you smell, you know how you, when you cut an onion, you smell the onion?
Yes.
And like how like if you cut an orange and you smell the orange in the air after you cut it, it's the same thing with those peppers, right? You're getting all of that pepper juice almost, like. Okay, I want to show you guys how small I'm cutting, how fine I'm cutting these celery. Yeah, so let me see if you can. Oh, no, you guys can't see.
We're doing 2 stalks of celery, right? Because we have to do the celery for the potato salad too.
Yes, and actually, you know what? I know I didn't put this on the recipe, but we can put some
onion.
Well, actually, you know, yeah, we could put some onion in here in the potato salad if you like. But yes, we're gonna chop the celery fine and for the potato salad. So you want little squares. You want little, like, you see that right there? So we want them to be about that size. Okay, not super big. So you can, I just cut them straight down. So I took my celery and just cut them straight down. So I have long lines of celery stalks. I took my stalk, I cut it in half again. So I have all these long strips, and then I'm just cutting all my strips. I'm holding them together and then just cutting my strips straight across in small pieces going across. And after you finish cutting those, we're gonna start slicing our plantains.
Oh, that's right. We gotta fry those.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna unmute myself. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay. I'm sorry, I was talking unmuted. For the celery, I was showing you guys how small I cut them. So you can cut them in small little squares. And when we cut them this small, when you when the hot potatoes get to them, they'll kind of warm them up a little bit without but they'll still have a little crunch to them. And do the same thing with your bell peppers. Kayla, how are you coming?
I'm good.
Awesome. All right, let's check make sure to check on your pots, you guys. Check on your oxtail. Give that a stir. And we can even start turning down the fire on this now. So how we start off high. Now we're gonna start turning it down so it can start doing that low and slow. Low and slow.
That's the oxtails, right?
Yeah. So I would say bring it down to like a medium heat. See that we had it up high.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What step are we on right now?
So right now we're on, so check on your oxtails, give them a stir. And we're chopping, we chopped our celery and our bell peppers. That's gonna go in the potato salad. So check on your potatoes. And those eggs, those should be boiling.
Did you guys already put the rice and the beans?
No, we didn't put the rice in the beans yet. Check on your beans too. See, are your beans? So we know our potato is ready when you can kind of like cut through it. If it gives you some resistance, that means it can still cook a little bit more. Like that one's giving me a little resistance, but like some pieces are softer, and you can even taste it. So taste it and see if it's ready. And you guys, just as a heads up, so I know right now it's 4:08, our time check. Is that right? Yeah, 4:08 is our time check. So all your pieces are cooking. We're gonna get our rice. Let me check on we're gonna check on our beans. We're gonna get the rice and the beans going, and we're gonna get the plantains going. And because we have an early into this class, the rest of your food is gonna cook, and if it needs to cook for a little bit more past our 4:30 time, let it keep cooking, and you're gonna check it and taste it. So like my beans, so taste it. Oh, it's almost there. So it's almost there. You want those beans to be tender. Let me see. You know what? If your beans, they probably have a little bit of bite to them, but if they're kind of soft, where they're like in the like a medium soft. Do you guys understand if I say like medium soft?
Yeah.
Okay, because remember they're gonna cook with the rice.
With the rice, right?
Mm-hmm. So if the beans are about medium, kind of like halfway, then they're gonna finish with the rice. And remember, the beans, they're not supposed to be like refined beans. They're not supposed to be mashed. They're supposed to still be whole and together, but we still want them to be cooked. So because this is kind of like about a midway point, and you can kind of bite into your beans, they're still giving you some resistance, but they're almost there. That's a good place to be. So we're gonna get our rice, and we're gonna add our beans to our rice. And we're gonna.
How much rice was it, Miss Christelle? Because I don't have my phone. D2 has it.
It was 2 cups.
2 cups of rice. Rice.
And you want to get your. I still have some serrano peppers from last week, so I think I'm just gonna use that. So you guys, just like
your habanero.
So this is a good example. If you're cooking and you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to get an item. I forgot to get something. You want to look around your kitchen and see what can be an alternative. Okay.
Right.
Cooking is not, it doesn't have to be, it's not about it being perfect. It's about it tasting good and it being something to nourish your family and your body. Okay. Right. So use what you have. If you don't have an item, be like, oh, well, it depends on what it is. Like there's certain things that, okay, I know I need to have the masa to make the sopes, right? Or, right? So there's certain things that like, okay, I know I cannot do, or maybe maybe instead of sopes, you'll make it into like a quesadilla and use some tortillas, right? But use some flour tortillas. But for like, in this case, I forgot the habanero, I'm just going to use a different kind of pepper. So feel free to operate.
Miss Christelle, did we already add the bell pepper and celery into our oxtails?
We did not. Actually,
I just want to make sure because I just remembered why I didn't buy a bell pepper because I have bell peppers in the garden.
Ah.
So I'm sitting here saying, I don't have no more bell peppers. My mom used them all. Until you said substitute.
So actually, there's the celery is not in the oxtail. The celery and the bell pepper is in the potato salad.
Oh.
So just the
bell peppers and the tomatoes went in the oxtail.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And you guys, as we're doing all these recipes, if you like onions in your, like, if I were cooking this, like, for me, like, just in general, I would have added like onions, right? And so because I put this recipe for you all, I'm staying true to the recipe. But if there's something that you know that you like in your food, feel free to add it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, feel free to add it. Don't feel like I have to stick exactly to the menu.
Well,
as long
I
as
like
it's not,
because I want to see what it tastes like.
Got you. Yes.
What chili are you gonna replace with the habanero?
You said when do we put in the habanero?
What chili are you gonna replace from the habanero?
Say that one more time.
What chili are you gonna replace from the habanero?
The serrano peppers. So I'm gonna put the serrano peppers instead. So
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna take my beans and I'm just gonna pour them right into this, right into my rice. So have your parent help you with that transfer. And the thing is, for the liquid, we're gonna add the liquid that's gonna cook our rice is gonna be the coconut milk.
You take the beans and put it with the rice, and you put coconut milk.
Uh-huh.
You put the whole can of coconut milk?
I think you only put some coconut milk when you're making the rice and beans.
What'd you say?
Oh, that's Miss Thomas asks, do you put the whole can?
Yes, pour the whole can. So all that liquid. And taste your, like, I don't know if you guys ever taste. Wow, that's good. Oh, keep a little bit in your can because we're gonna put a little bit at the end.
Huh?
When you pour your can, when you pour your coconut milk in, keep a little bit in your can because we're gonna, when you serve it, we're gonna pour a little bit over it.
Okay.
So keep a little bit, but taste that coconut milk, you guys. That's really good. Like,
Yeah, my grandson drinks coconut milk.
Ah, that's yummy. So just that water, so the water from the beans and the coconut milk. This is gonna get nice and happy in here. And we're gonna add our,
Excuse me?
yeah.
Did you already put the rice inside of the beans?
Yes. So put the rice and the beans together. And you can put in your pepper. So remember, you're just washing your pepper and just putting it right in. And because the serrano pepper is not as spicy as a habanero pepper, I'm actually gonna put 2 of them. So for you, if you have a habanero, put your habanero. This is gonna give it some good flavor.
Oh, we put the habanero pepper in?
Uh-huh.
Okay. My little habanero. I was meant to see how much I paid for this little thing.
So I'm gonna let that go. And this go in here. Oh, so you want to add some, we can add some black pepper, salt,
Black pepper and salt.
yeah, if you want to put a little bit of some black pepper and some salt in your rice, you can do that. So black pepper, I'm gonna put just a little dash of salt, not a lot.
Oh.
And just looking for me, I'm looking at the consistency of like how much rice I have in this pot in relation to how much water. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually just gonna for me, I'm gonna add a little bit of water in mine because I know it's probably gonna need some more water as we go.
Rice is gonna soak it, yeah.
Right. So look at your pot. Look at your rice. Look at the beans. Look at how high up your beans come up, right? Because remember, your rice is gonna need some of that liquid. It's gonna need water.
My potatoes are done.
So you're gonna gauge it. You're gonna kind of keep an eye. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water here. And as this rice cooks, I'm gonna check it. And if I need to add some more water, I'll add a little more. And then because this is rice, I'm actually gonna, oh, wrong cover. Nah. You too can be a chef. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it first, and then I'm gonna kind of open it up afterwards. So I'm gonna let that go. Oh, you know what? Our eggs and our potatoes should be done by now.
Yeah, my potatoes are done.
Okay. So you guys, our time is pretty much up. So what I want us to do, I want to give you guys some instruction because you guys are all master chefs now. We've been cooking for what? How many weeks has this been? Like 12 weeks? So you're gonna drain out the water from your potatoes. Take out the eggs. So remember, at this point now, we're just combining everything. So I'm taking out my eggs. And so we're just gonna slice these in just the eggs. You're just gonna slice you slice them going like if you are cutting your circle going straight across. And as you slice it, it's gonna break up in the potato salad. And you're gonna combine your potatoes with your celery. We also have some of the switch. So my cooked potatoes. So I'm gonna drain off the water. And then you guys don't forget we have those peas and carrots.
Yes.
So you're gonna take another small pot. Actually use the pot from your beans, the pot that your beans was cooking in. So drain off your water from the potatoes. Drain it off, you can scoop out your potatoes. And so we want our potatoes to cool down. All right. So you guys, your plantain. Let me give you guys some instruction because I know we gotta go.
Miss, but I just started.
Huh?
It's
I just-
4:24.
I know. But remember today we have a short
Day.
a shorter day because of
College and career.
yeah. So, but this is the thing, you're a master chef. Your mom has the instructions. So you know how to, you're gonna follow the instructions and you're gonna be able to do this. Like it's gonna come
And then I'm gonna join college and career day, right?
Yeah, so join college and career day at 5. Okay. And so you can at least get your food cooking. But in the meantime, I know we have the rice is cooking, the potatoes are cooling. You're gonna take your peas and corn, right? So these were the frozen ones, right? So take the peas and corn.
I have them. Look.
Oh, good. Awesome. So you're gonna take these peas and corn and you're gonna warm them up in that same pot that you did the beans.
Is these?
Yeah, those are perfect.
I have a can of peas and corn.
Peas and carrots. I'm sorry, I keep saying peas and corn.
I mean peas and carrots. I have a can.
What are we gonna do with the peas and carrots?
So take your peas and carrots and you're gonna warm them up in that pot that you did the beans. Just rinse it out a little bit and put your peas and carrots and have them get warm and simmer. Those same peas and corn are what you're gonna add to the potato salad with your celery and your bell pepper. And then you're gonna add some mustard. So when you go to your instructions, it tells you there. So cool peas and carrots. So in a small pot, add 1 cup of water and frozen peas and carrots, let it simmer. Cool peas and carrots, add finely chopped celery, bell pepper, black pepper, a little bit of sugar, mustard and mayonnaise, or if you have the Heinz that Alicia showed us, you're gonna add that. Yes, the salad cream. Yes, Alicia. Now, you guys, that salad cream that Alicia's showing us, that's the authentic one that they use in Belize. And like how she went to a specialty store to get it, you can do that and get it there too. But mayonnaise is an alternative to you using it. Okay, so next time you make potato salad, you can get that same one, the Heinz. And then you're just gonna mix it together and make sure your potato salad is creamy, not mushy or runny. Okay? And then for your plantains, dun, 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 you're gonna slice them, meaning remember,
Do we boil the water with the peas and carrots?
you're gonna put some water in the peas and carrots and let that
How much? How much water?
Just 1 cup. Because you want those peas and carrots to simmer down. Okay. Miss Marlene, let me see. I'm in room. Oh, see, you're here. I gotta go. All right. So when you do your, I'll say this fast. When you cut your plantains, cut the top and then follow that vein. You see the vein right there of the plantain? Run your knife along the vein and that's gonna open up your plantain. And then you're just gonna slice it and fry it shallow in your pan. You're gonna put some olive oil and you're just gonna let your plantains cook until they're brown. Okay, and they're gonna be nice and sweet and so good. Ooh. Okay, and then check all of your oxtails should be tender. Your rice and beans should be tender. Your potato salad should be creamy.
You know how we went to the wooden dollar store? I got something for you there. It was jewelry.
Oh, you're so sweet. So you guys, we gotta go. Our class is done. But I want make sure that you take pictures and post them on Band. What are you gonna do?
Take pictures.
And post it on Band. I'm gonna post. I'll post my picture too of how it comes out. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm going to college and career day right now.
Huh? So join us for college and career day at 5 o'clock. Okay.
At 5 o'clock?
Yes. So actually, college and career day is actually going to be in this same room. Actually, no, I take that back. No. College applications workshop is going to be in this room. So we're going to end here. And then we'll see you guys for next semester and I'll be in touch with you guys. And you guys have been wonderful.
Okay.
Next Friday.
Huh? You said, what did you?
What are we going to make next Friday?
Next Friday, we don't have a class. Next Friday, the center day, that day is when you're gonna pick up your Wooten Dollar prizes. So you're gonna see us at the Wooten Center with your drive-by. You're gonna drive by and pick up all your goodies from 2 to 7. Okay. All right, we gotta go, you guys. So I'll see. And so you guys can head out. I know Miss Marlene, she's going to stay here, but you guys can head out of the room because another group is going to come in here for college admissions, college applications.
Can I be able to join?
Bye,
You're going to join me for college and career day in the other room.
Okay.
So, Destiny. Yes, see you, Miss Tracy.
Bye.
All right. Destiny, so join us for college and career day. Go to the link on the calendar and click on college and career day.
I have it already.
You have it? Okay, great. All right, see you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, Miss Marlene, I'm out. I'll see you.
Do I leave it on the YouTube live or?
Actually, no, we do need, so let's end it and then you come back in.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta hang
Thanks.
up. I gotta hang up. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Leave meeting. Leave.